Kelele here with our program Kelele. Nothing broken, nothing missing. I am complete in the mighty name of Jesus. Today is a Monday and I am complete. I am healthy and everything is going on well, and I hope that you is also the same. I hope that your Monday has begun well for you, and today is the 21st of October 2024, and I'm proud to tell you people that the month is almost coming to an end. We have already reached more than half of the month. Isn't God great? I think God is so great. That is why today we are still here with our program Kelele, and everybody watching from the different parts of the country, I want to welcome you, whether you're watching me right here from Arua, whether you're watching me from Western region, you're in Northern Uganda, you are Eastern, Central, Western. I want to welcome you all for the program Kelele, and I'm so happy to be with you. It is a warm and bright evening here at West Nile TV. I don't know how it is wherever you are, but I hope that at the right time you will tell me and I will also know. Weekend. Welcome back from that weekend break that you had. Monday has already started. Let us start this week with enough energy. Let's keep stress aside, because now, as I said, the month is soon coming to an end. We have a lot of things that we are supposed to achieve by the end of what? Of the month. So meaning that we are supposed to start with good energy. Asante sana program yetu ya Kelele tumeanza tayari. Leo iko tarehe 21 mwezi ya 10. Sasa tuko hapa. Kama uko kuangalia mimi kutokea Arua hapa, sijui uko kwa Western region ama uko Central, Western, Northern, Eastern, yote mimi nataka ita nyinyi karibu kwa program ya Kelele. Jana iko siku ya weekend. Sasa weekend tumemaliza tayari. Mimi nimefurahi sana, yani niko mzima. Mimi hakunisa shida yote, sijui uko namna gani pia. Mimi niko na mafikirio na wao pia uko nini, uko pia mzuri. Awadufo imini, awadufo angire, program amavu Kelele amedo derira, andromboru kaliri dini alo. Mboru kaliri dini alo. Embasi ni mbamu dini, iyo diare adeki weekend wo, manigarisi weekend mivure chiendrala, askuni mavure ati onyiru, weekend mavure bite alaru, maikosi, manitezu mipiedia, kala ti Uganda, vundondo mini manezuri mikani anvea, ale miziworo chichi, meroke di program lera weekend mavura chiaji ala androvini odu alo odu andro mavura chiala ma okopie sabiti di dezo ala vini mi me dovini wiki de sabiti di oko alo mani dozo de slemi vru matevin dale wunjo mautika nena kumbetini amir foyo mate arada afoyo program Kelele ndong wachao program eni wachao chengbaja wachia beach. Ganadom tie lewo beru near weekend anati a weekend mamega mabe abere ki yom chwenje mi wen wor mabe ki gum mabe dai tin a chao teach ki tego mabe mi to amba ti genni megi wi wor mabe kita mega ti kereni. So ganadom tie ni waket tamwa piandong duwe choktu jemi wen madong watem plan ma watim ngo ma wachak timo tiche mata da wango madwe birono noni wati ajemi ni wen anjo kwasi ale manjo anyo kwasi West Nile TV ndrakasi dra program amari ngole Kelele de are program le dira endro sai tualo ejene weekend amolu ega mari ma weekend ni achida ongo endro tualo sa ebu mari are sada ongo masama ratro nyire chisada dra odu ni dra ko koledi imbaledi ko koledi endro odu mudir limbialo ekuyasi odu esite amani gangwaro ama imba mudini okora ledi dra taya are ole ebuni be okede morisi ama tamale esulkade amesua jo amete buta morisi ki jo nyiri le nyololo ile tazide kako mbe amanya be vlega afoyo matek amita foyo uzo kitama wochi wada weekend paro to maber kon maperu utunyanyedi ya anange ungo ento amita foi matek tineni watie keni watundi program kelele eni tino ngutie chenkasa chel ni ndupierareo ya chel idwe mira par eni dong manyutunia nendo padwe eni dong nyanok wabidare indong plan perutie nyanedi ni do dong nyanok kande piny madong nangi ketu plan per nyam imitin wang idwe ma par eni amita wechirnia dwe eni dong betum kawoni mak dong watimango makwa mak teach matek nendo dong utum kameni amita foyo chuku mwemona abantu baveja wala ba West Nile TV webale nyukula ba West Nile TV jo twabadenga tuina weekendi nalide weekendi yange bulungi kati lero twakomeo wano nga tukole mirimu lero Monday ndi wano ku program ya kelele webale nyukula ba West Nile TV webale nyukula ba program eno kati tuli wano ne program eno tugende maso people now you know I came here tonight and I talked about weekend. I started about issues of work, how work has been. You know, people's survival is work. If you want to eat food, you must do what? You must work in order to eat food. Unless there is somebody who is working for you in order for you to eat food. But if there is no one working for you to eat food, you will have to get up and look for that food by yourself. And then you also have siblings and people who might be depending on you, meaning that you will also have to wake up and go and work hard in order to what? In order to feed them. Tonight, at West Nile TV Kelele, I want us to talk about long distance marriages. Our married people who are right now watching Kelele, how are you managing your long distance marriage? You, the man, you're staying far away. Your wife is staying far away and you have children. Let us say you maybe have a child or you even have more children. How are you handling your long distance marriage? Because people and families are being separated because everybody needs to work in order to survive. When you want to develop, you need to work. When you want to get something for yourself, you need to work. When you want to eat, you need to work. So because of that, and you know, with the economy, things are not easy. It is not easy to leave everything for one person to manage. It is hard to leave only one person to handle everything at home. So because of the hard economy, everybody is now focused on work. So because of that, families have been separated from one another. Leaving everything for the husband alone to handle has become too much because school fees are there to be paid, rent is there to be paid, food is there to be bought, medication bills are there to be paid. So because of that, it has become a very big challenge for our husbands to be the only one working like it used to be those days. It is the man that works. As a woman, your work is to take care of the children, to take care of the family, take care of the farm work. But these days, the land that we have are not fertile enough. They are not fertile enough to produce for us food like they used to those days. So because of that, women are these days looking for careers. Women are looking for professional jobs just like the way men are doing. So because of that, families are separated. For example, you both may be having a government job. So one person will be taken to go and work in Masindi. Another person will be deployed to work where? To work here in Arua. Tell me, people who are living in that kind of scenario, how are you handling your families? Medisa sisu eyo mani njabodi manita yoria aziba mangere vasi askunyombodu de asilu amani were amani imbadi dezu ayam eyo ni sadisi kelele andruma ale yo nze kingeyo uta amani ama uzute ama ake angwalo ma akwa manga ango ndondo maare emi a aba style alerma a afadi emingeri yengoniro alo nyimivu asune sad simani nersi familia rake dero ndondo agupini tangwazia okuni tangwazia anziki dia bagawari askuni ewendo kuri drama agupi becho agupi jezi ngangwazia okuni awia kuanziki pie tesadse iyo ni dembazo mbambarsi agupi cho asara akweri duwora duleko asara da isats badala ni awawa okuni aziri asara aziri duni agupi ni asara aziri duni iyo ni drisadse ba ororeke dero muariye sendenda ayadi sende de mandaria okuni adrendo agupi ni adrendo baziri ka arre ili alo mecho klidu fu pale kwalo yora leriki emiki hando ngoni Nyesua ago izitro karugu aye bu ke yadia bade karwanzo izi dikolu kareziga agor dikolu kareziga ongo kesu abachiri indra kule bachiri kolo ongo tani okuru nyandra karani ago kayangwe ko yangwe tendure keji ega kyoru diga lejo yoto risudra opangbaro Nyesua ade yanvu anvu di jodu dia toka sa aruko weze chorupe toka aruko dranye suwa agoizi troyoto rusikake wangwe ado tedere buidere awo dre budida ka ganye suwa bade kake olungbingbi anye bolu kan gbingbi tadi anye dia ingoni tadi anye dia ingoni ale ameri anyiti amala kusiodu dia familia terter karo enjo tanya ndele udisi adi wadi de karimbin biriga drago di kande to ko jwe easy di ile nye ibunindro oza family marira drama rumaya mama ezizi duwa nesu wasa easy di ko jwe ngoni nyemago kinyi ebuni de na sa yote rusile nye beru jokwile nye karema bude edere ya gama ndrala ku mol drama ya mata male kedere dere hao Drakta nye ndrale di udidraka ama familia ni anjo anyi mandraka diarudi tadiadi konye ngoni tuli wano ngatuli wano ku program ya kelele ngolaba omukazi no musajja ngabaine emirimu nayo omukazi oyo akolera mu masindi nayo musajja ngabera akola wano wa mwarua kati abantu ababiri abo baine omwana ngate omwana ofuna nti baina abana kubanga in those old days ngolaba omusajja afuluma obero ngagenda nganyonye emirimu ngafuna sente ngagula ebintu nga abawa school fees bichi ebyo byonna kati sawa zino ofuna ngo omukazi naye afuluma obero ngagenda akola emirimu n'omusajja ngafuluma ngagenda akola emirimu kati family eno tebasobola kubeera mu kifo kati muli ku long distance ebyo bintu mukola batya jagala mumbulire wano ku program kelele ami tu nyuta kawoni program kelele eno upendo ku cho ugamere kachiele ento nangu pelende mi teach ngata chelo nchako maku yubare jadite ni chao chopu nwangu teach pare teach chopu peduka sese ento nangu taku nwangu teach pare paida dongu chako peduka meni nanga wiyetie lembene endo mwabe temu ya nede nwangu dongu jadite chako complaining niya daku para dongu maru teach pare loyo awiya para loyo dong nwangu ni ajadite ndong chitha gamu daku samuko dong nwangu ni adaku do lembe dong chako kero iye ni ajadite para zo marungo family mapare endo nka dong echitha wako kundong paro dengo pelembe miduogu pachu dong nwangu ni akomplain dong chako mondu le nwangu ni adanu manang chon gibedu kuyum chuni chako temerango gichako ket Wundong dano ma ube bedu tong dako kucho ube bedu ngo karachelo ube bedu tong lembe na ube temenya nedi any program kelele tina mituko na winji benyu amitu merukonya antien ati beno piana ati kanano jemine ati katime ikinpin inoni dano ma yang beriki yo mchwindong kiti kanungu peko kengi pilokatich inoni dako ki chware no gitika beru mabe ento pe jemi no dong ti dugute mon bena gitika yen tich cho do no ni dako romo no tich kuru nyeket gomi kono padeya kono la moya dako no tich in northern Uganda kono do no ni la chone romo no tich wa central bena chok do pian mutaka dong tie bas tie romo ero ke gulu nyo kama ken kenyo eru mere ira chawa ngwen no o wer dong ati gi rud mon ma dong no boni da koni romu timuti en botu ko no northern Uganda ento de no ni la choni no tich way targo way te god kono do beru ne dong pe beru ma be pian lo teno dong tie ka dong pe beru lo teno la ten romu beru tie gendong tika wero apaka ti bino ikin family na wa la chodong chako kejo ni dako na maro ticheni loyo an maro ticheni loyo lo teno na pigini andong amirongo miragam dako mu keme miragam dako mu keme piendong dako na ni doker chunye tutwaro katim tich inoni dako bene chunye beru ka chueni ngo chuara andong chuara dong tika kero yeja cha wen chuara ni ka do chero ka ticheni endong we pepo ko mo beru mo ha cher mo aria o beru mo ankichel dang dong tika poke pilo ka ti unjo ma unyo meo utika beru ma pat indong la choi pe ka beru ku daho ni jemi ne utika konyo ne ni ning jemi ne utika ma ne ni ning pien katati neno kerewa engena gloni tichi te wero tenere family dong ti keto nyum ti ka ket pemi toto indong maiti ka beru ki daho ni wun pe chochoke uti kama bo in maiti ka beru ki chuori wun pe ka chiel uti ka beru kama pari ni kama pat uti magoloke ni ning ero gena mo mitu nyang ne program ikelele pien ko ni kacha ono romo in baby go chi abu binyune ki bore you know just like the way every family runs smoothly when there is money. You know, it is also important for that same family to have all the parts, the body parts, in order for it to function very well. And the major parts of the family, the man and the wife, they need to be functional in the family in order for the family to run. But where one of them is not there, it doesn't become a home. It becomes what? A house. Yeah. So it is the man, the wife, and the children that make a home. But majorly it is the husband and the wife that make a home. But if one of them is not there, it becomes a house, not a home. Now, because of work schedules, work differences, workplaces, it has made it very hard for families to grow together, because people are separated. And this thing comes with a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges that are coming around with it, because sometimes you find partners are very far from each other. They are very far, and it becomes very hard for them to be traveling each and every time, because if you want to travel each and every time, you will need to save. You need to save a lot of money in order for you to travel to go and see your partner. And financial-wise, it becomes a loss, because you spend a lot of money in order to have to see your partner. So because of that, you find that many partners stay in a year. They may meet only once, maybe December. After that, people separate, people go their separate ways. You don't know the kind of lifestyle your husband is living. You don't know the kind of lifestyle your wife is living. People are just communicating on phone, and you know with phones, anything can be communicated to you. It is so unfortunate that recently there has been a woman and a man. This man was somebody who was staying very far from within. So this man came this side because of a job, because of work. So he ended up getting a lady from this side, and they got intimate together. After getting intimate, they had a child, one. So meaning that after the contract getting done, this man left for another what? For another contract, for another project. So during that period, since now people were far, there was a language barrier. The man was not somebody from West Nile. The language, the English, the English was not Englishing. So these people were mixing language, some little English plus some Lugbara, things were just moving like that. So it happened that due to long distance relationship, the communication started well, day by day. It started like in a day you can communicate like 3 times. I miss you too, how are you? I'm doing good. After 3 times, it dropped to 2. Reaching 2 also, hi, how are you? How's your morning? Good. Blah, blah, blah. How's your evening? Good. Blah, blah. After that, it came to once in a day. After once, communication, sweet. In a week, maybe communication can be once. It came to a fortnight, that is 2 weeks. Again, maybe once. After that, there was no communication. There was no communication. Numbers became hard to reach and so forth. But it was so unfortunate that this other lady who was here lost the baby. So bad. After losing the baby, burial needed to take place. It was so unfortunate also that this man's phone could not be reached. They tried looking for the man, but impossible. There was no way communication could reach all the numbers that this man has been trying before. Maybe the friends of this man that might have remained behind, they moved to all these people. There was no way contact was got. And right now, as we're talking, the baby was buried. May his soul rest in peace. But this man is what? This man is not yet seen. He does not even know that he has lost what? His baby. But his baby died. He's not aware due to what? Communication, long distance. You know, there are a lot of challenges that come due to the long distance relationships. You find sometimes as a man, you go there, you love your wife so much, you love your children so much, but because of the cost of transport, it becomes very hard for you to be coming to visit your family each and every time. And it even becomes hard for you to also send them money to go and visit you because it is extra. The cost is extra. So in the long run, you know, it is hard for a man, you know. Must I tell you people everything? So, a year, can you stay? A year, can you stay? My answer is no. Me, personally, I can stay. I can stay. What about you? Can you stay? So, you see, it is not easy for the husband to stay for a full year without seeing the wife. So the only alternative will be to get a nearby. If the hotspot, this one is not connecting because it is far, you look for the nearest hotspot, then you connect. And when you connect there, the signal becomes very excellent. The network can be very fast, everything can be flowing very well. And that is what happens these days because of the work pattern that we have. You find the man is working very far, he cannot afford to be coming home each and every time, and that thing forces. It may not be that the man is willing to get a second wife. Circumstances beyond the control now makes what this person opt for a second wife. Because now, as a man, you cannot be there every time you're the one polishing your shoes, every time you're there washing your clothes. You want to eat good food, but you cannot cook good food. Every time you're burning your food, you're burning your fingers. So because of that, you say, it is not easy, life is difficult, it is better I find a helper within here to help me. Yeah, you end up marrying this woman, but how does it go in the long run? Definitely, I will be singing my testimonies of a flower in a mighty
West
name of
Nile
Jesus.
TV, lighting up the region.
Nothing broken, nothing missing.
Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Lamine Yamal, Antoine Griezmann. La Liga comes to Star Times.
A wild celebration!
The big stars, the tiki-taka football, Real Madrid and Barcelona live in your living room.
Real Madrid, the team of dreams!
Catch all 380 games live and in HD on Sports Premium, Channel 259 and Channel 246. Starting this August 15th. Subscribe to Star Times Classic or Smart Bouquet at 36,000 Uganda shillings to enjoy the football experience affordably. Star Times Football and Limited Passion.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from that break. I am already here and ready to pick your calls. I want you to call me on the number that is on screen, and I would love to hear from you. These days, most marriages are being affected by long distance because due to work. Work has now made very many couples to live separately. So because of that, our marriages have been put to test. It is only the strongest of the strongest that will be able to survive. But if our marriage is on a weak foundation, it becomes very hard for us to do what? For us to maintain the marriage. The studio line is already open Call me and I would love to hear from you. What do you have to tell me about this long distance marriage that we have? What could be the solution? What can be done in order to make marriages work amidst the long distance? Because also without a job, survival is very hard. And also with the job, marriage is very hard. How do we simplify these things? How do we make things better for our own benefits? The studio line is open. Call me and I would love to hear from you. What do you have to tell me about long distance marriage? Call me. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
You are welcome. Hello. We are here for Kelele.
Hello?
Yes, hello. I'm getting you. How are you doing?
Okay, how are you, madam?
Hello.
Yes, I'm getting how are you, madam?
I'm good. How are you doing tonight?
Okay.
Who am I talking to? Hello.
Talking to Bruce Kamsime.
Bruce, come see me. Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Arua Hill.
Bogere?
Arua Hill, Arua.
Arua Hill. My neighbor. Good evening, my neighbor. So, Bruce, you're most welcome to this program, Kelele. What do you have for me?
Thanks for your program.
Thank you so much for watching as well.
I've been attending how you're trying to advise us, even how to explaining how relationships are happening. But what I can say, yes, it's true. Some relationships are spread by most of our jobs. But really, sometimes I know if really you are a husband and you have a wife, I don't think you should spend a whole year without checking on your wife. That's what I can advise.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Can you check on your loved ones, please?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm sending my greetings to my wife who is in Kampala right now.
And for you in Arua Hill.
Yes.
Tell me, how many times do you visit her?
Every month.
Every month at least you visit her.
Yes.
That is good. I am writing my notes. And then?
Okay.
Who else? You're only greeting your wife, right?
My family, my parents, all my friends within Arua here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Well, that was Bruce. Bruce was calling us is from Arua, and is advising us that as a advising you people actually as married men, that there is no way that you can spend a year without visiting your wife. So at least you need to get time and visit your wife as frequent as possible. So for him, he's in Arua and the wife is in Kampala, but at least every month he travels to go and visit the wife. So that is a tip from him. What about you? What tip do you have for the rest of us? Keep calling. Hello. 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 Hey, Eninga.
Mala.
Memukete.
Mandiri.
Me dedi are.
Neon andi ma nekion be engazo kagadero.
Andima mavo karai.
Mati.
Kagada kini andrugoni. Kagadi.
Kagadi Allah.
Kagadi alache. Award 4 andima nitengon.
Amala.
Award 4. Ile mani andrio ngoni 4.
Nijiri yon de Madrid.
Mabero jo joy mi drew as kone ko drimuka gadiale mi oili rili na mi amu amandre ko yako. Te ile lo marlo mi te ko ya.
Mamu wa ko do ko kan de zeru lady.
Aha, enrara azora. Ala mi ora reado.
Mana yeni sabuni fe za koma tizera.
Mi sabun feza koma pibete mi ngbara le ndarari.
Eyo ama ngbari mabuna Gemini sa zara.
Sa ile alo ami mpalesi.
Eyo mamu godiya.
Ile alo ami eti palesi.
Eyo alo ama mpale ko alo.
Wu. Mi jorisi abri bardolo mo fuda per ma te volu u per kwalu dai.
Eyo odo sikito wa se mbado mamba.
Mbadi mina joma rezo kurisi masi mambamba temi kaga dia le mi titi.
Odo zima ola yo.
Ma pisi komenia ele alo pibi afazi kudo mjome be ili kimiti.
Ora mi kubo.
Muke egagata ritu.
Eyo agba pako.
So mi to man advice fengon.
Odo man dore kala adibari ki kwa mamuti eni. Ega ko do azi apanvele le mudo azonzula ko odo la ko. Ama fudi apanda. Ba ekwa ama difurade ni.
Aya wadfo. No to mi bazike ayala.
Maya lara.
Mi ayazoke.
Madodo ko lese. Aseru lina ede vura bondoria.
Aseru oye. Azire.
Ombati andra per la zebo. Wodi do resiste. Eri mafundi aseri resiste.
Award 4.
Mombe dondula misi.
Award 4 amboro, award 4 bonga.
Amvoti doctor akuviri kumarivo zidati.
Award 4. Award 4 minisi magbarisi.
Aya meala.
Mi avenala.
Mungo boda te mese ko uru ya de mai me arede.
Ongo boda dia. Alto ujo nziri ma mi amanda de nya fadiki utisikwata bongo bangone ranki basikwa.
Mungo de bado fe bitos ni logiri oria.
Okay.
Dama girlfriend mo do ni yedu mera.
Badi dikito jong barkidinya. Badi madamu miosuna madamu alara nika idre tama makelo suani hata afa love midri bitres bede rataro body.
Badi niki itiri.
Badi nikina le afa tingo sekari yani nakwa.
Bazi kiti nikito afa baderabo.
Ani mani o asiko.
Badi bigi afa ri alwara de. Azia wadoga mane ko.
Aya wadifo.
Mama tambalu biri kini zo azonjula yo.
Kweli wadifo ndima.
Aya yala.
Ni afinala.
Right. Ni pete nongo azalala.
Ijo tade aboda.
Boda enda bani seipini.
Aya muke.
Ama sitini daily. Ate embaga ko mezila. Ama biti urai.
Wadifo.
Aya.
Adi ngongo rania. Andima. So that was Andima calling from Kagadi, and Andima is telling us that he's keeping himself for 2 women. Hey, that effect of long distance marriage, of course. He has a wife right here with the children, but he says that he's providing them soap. He's providing them with soap and sugar and the necessary things he's giving them, but for him is there. And then I was asking him, how many times does he visit this woman? He said that he visits this woman once in a year. Imagine a normal woman. I'm normal. Hey, you people. Once in a year. So I have to be Hey, I have to be starving, sleeping hungry, January, paka December. And Andima is advising us, the women, that we should be patient. If our men are going outside, they are going to look for survival for all of us. We should not move out and look for these things outside. That let us be patient and wait for our men to come. At least once in a year is not badly off. We can wait for when the time comes. That once time comes, you enjoy to the maximum. And he's even telling me here that he has another girlfriend called Beatrice. The wife knows, and they are happy together. They are staying happily together. They are taking care of him well, and he is very happy. And in my word for another caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Iya mbatia.
Jango.
Iya mbati mingoni adika.
Mamukerika mingondro.
Madoya mi avito mukir kirisido.
Ma vilu weekend sini ma vibo.
Odi fo minya virisi.
Wadi fo mina mboro.
Mi dodo wadribe lekalo batiki do.
Ata idri ata imi rulo mani kudu kora mi luti odu kwazi ya wadi leni yo.
Madoya odi fo mini top kirisio.
Wadi fo mina mboro. So if Edramani mbato jo didru.
Udomine ndre di fera. Uzo di badri tato uzo di na badri ala di na tato ngoni ki uzo di to yutuku.
Uzo di to raba.
Madri dio ta ufuta kuna pidikini uzo di oni. Ikita ilibe na idiki ya gote. Dia ukufuta kuna pikote uzo na pidiki. Wiki alu
Ate mama vimani guti vierete.
Udomine ndre ya taidi ubiti. Mata Museveni wako amaza.
Ojo di korvo Museveni be.
Mata skulu la piradi wa boza ki madrike ki uzaboza ki yokube ndro. Mata skulu la bikode soke nyati rere di yako chadra nero. Mure dia ambazi di da yokubu. Ozo disira maita mana baku afazi baku gerkoti batini watiki yokube boza ki yokube no embatinia no doktania no ngorole rani watiki yokube ila dadreyo wala inyati
wala mudri te
ila do
Indrache kambuni ya ziki adredi ji kambuni pi adia okudriki ezinga gobi be pori alwaba ivu akukampa ndavu agasi dejo okuke gobi pochoke ezinga ngwaro ako babare pe awandonto bocho jola azere badre ruria bajola azere bamudo masindi yale
Udomine ndre odi ajidobe uzo chete uzo di mbado ukorovuru do chete gausiko sidori uzo di mbado ni titi gausiko mbamu biginiri uzo di wala inyati
so amata do baruri ujo de zamecho kongoni amachene ru azia wadomi okubebo afari dobe fe familia ni irere boto familia tamba ngwalo angoni ru ayo andramana la zakore emitena miazi ngandondura te family di epini razu kurubama wado
lakini mini uzodi baza la Kongo ari ndevu wa monvitasi kwa uzodi mbamba ili tato zola nyesi tengoni amata goduru divu ikati dramu ili ya magaisi ya utuparalasi uerebo kuisa uzodi lu agobipie nilaku uzodi lu kupie nilaku uzodi agobipie nindi uzodi agale
okay award for
uzodi mbati
Ojoni mbaratandi
uzodi mbati kongoloru mata obaziki
miezike
mazi ukorea mazi ni
award for mboro maizi dadira
apa uzodi dikidi mazi mi irilari mazi mokoni ama gabiedwa ririani ya maidibedo
Imidri tevu alaro ba imina imiangu nangwalo ada.
Dio di fambo.
Awad fambo izimane le ite.
Li di amagabiro di.
Izimane le ite.
Ay.
Awad fo. Le azimi chichio. What do you for me namboro? Yeah, so that is our Kelele member calling us from Lake Albert, and that is Wadri. Wadri is telling us that the issue of long distance marriage is something very hard to handle. That we may discuss about it, but at the end of the day, we may fail to get solution because it is a complicated issue. He's agreeing with me that it is a difficult thing for somebody to wait for a full year to wait for a partner. It is difficult for the man, at the same time it is difficult for the wife. It is difficult for these people to be waiting each other for a full year. That is concerning what? And what is just giving an advice that if possible, the government should come up with a policy that can favor married couples. A policy whereby if a man is to be transferred somewhere, it is allowed for the man to be transferred with the wife. For example, maybe if a man is working in another company and the wife is also working in another company, the moment the man is transferred, this wife can file a request also from her own company to be transferred. Maybe where the husband is going, her own company may be also located in that place, so that these people can be transferred hand in hand. That was what is request. I don't know if our legislators and lawmakers are here watching who can also help us with these things, but I know mostly with the government. Now with government jobs, for example, you see with the teachers, they're always being transferred together. If you find a teacher is teaching in a certain school, you find that the wife is also teaching in that same school. That is how easy the government is making sure that these married people are staying together. What about for the private companies? Most private companies are business oriented and profit oriented, so they mostly consider the kind of money that somebody is bringing to the company, and it is very challenging that most times you find that most companies don't allow a man and a wife to work together in the same place. So most times they're being transferred to work differently so that they can focus on their jobs. But according to Wadri is requesting that at least those entities should consider the married people to make them work in the same place. But you watching, do you think it is the right thing for the husband and the wife to work in the same place? Assuming last night we had a lot of disagreements and we fought badly. How are we going to report for work tomorrow morning? How are we going to report and how are we going to communicate throughout the day? Is it a good thing for married people to work in the same company? The same place, same office? I don't know. And the studio line is still open. Call me and I want to hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Mingonia.
Mamke Mingondro.
Mamuke.
Award for.
Alfo mini azisi.
Award for mini angry mini program the next.
Dima ibayoru Patricia ila.
Patricia medicine bengazungwa.
Ma basi mungazu Kigumba.
Kigumba ni ala.
Kigumba ya ala.
Award for.
Mikidala ala.
Amakirola ala.
Ata indri diru diviro mariaga.
Ata madem niyo. Bayoru award for. Iyo mini nzori safu binga vile maluawa.
But indri mani amambari look barake, I'm very proud of our culture. We are always in nature.
Yeah. Thank you, Bayoru.
Kani simatamani ingua I.
Ongongoe.
Ale ingo ochoko mani suredi.
Aribura ikoruya. Na. Okay, producer. Bayoru ni ongo dia I ongo ni matitle ani kutengo mangari yao.
Bari ango ngori boteli lubara tindile diro mandeba.
Ikadibe asangire kabelo buratinze kuribe aviradi.
Bari kiri mini di bani program bi Jesus mari ruru bara ti unimi du diado.
Ba mo nyikiri ami membalo si mingo nyidera.
Aya wadi fam.
Awadi fa minangore ama minangora avira.
Aya.
Okay. So that is my sister Bayo calling from Kigumba, and is requesting for a song. She's happy to be with us here, and I'm also happy to be with all of you. You people, I remember Kigumba in 2004. 2004, I was a very small girl. Oh, I think I was around 6 years. Yeah, 6 or 7 there. Just so. I remember we were traveling with my daddy. As we were traveling, there was some big truck that we used from Masindi, and we were coming this side of Arua. So it happened that the truck got spoiled, and the truck got spoiled when we were there at Kigumba. So there are those other houses you see where those buses are parking and so forth. You people, we went outside to sleep. I don't know if it is still happening now. Are people still sleeping around Kigumba? Like in the town, you find people sleeping all over. It happened that me and my daddy now went to sleep we were waiting for morning to arrive so that we can get another vehicle and now cross to West Nile. You people. Some thieves, I don't even know how they came. These thieves came and collected everything of ours. And I was still very young, but I could remember even my toothbrush even went missing. You know, when you come from a poor family, a toothbrush even becomes hard. Wherever you're going, you carry your toothbrush also. You carry it in your kaka bag, so that when you reach there, you can pull out your toothbrush and use. Unlike the rich family, whereby you leave everything behind, they go and get for you slippers where you've reached, they buy for you the toothbrush, everything there. It was not the same with me. You carry that toothbrush, you pack your slippers. That is the experience I had in Kigumba. I cannot forget. Call me, and my people from Kigumba call me also, and I want to know from you, are people still sleeping around just outside those buildings? Is it happening? All things have changed. And for those who want to advise us about the long distance marriages, please, the serial line is still open. Call me and I want to hear from you. Hello. Hello. Mamke mingoni. Ai vala. Itu mayonja za situ wabamo. Mama ni dreyonja lilaini. Mvadi injenga mivuri ichata nga Kigumba kumelo diva kwa sema vero. Aha, dio di ichanga koma mia za kwa ministori Kigumba ari kilo ike nivini mayonja mbamba. So ilu diman. Justo izienda mini mungu kari is it okay application isende mi vale we? Application ifiki mingi ambate?
Application ifiki. Material banze namba zira kia ifiki ma namba mzwari mai wanda.
Hata nyima neko wafenga mani mi namba wazi neko. Now nature just to easy minira application abaki mingi ata soon you get confused.
I can just na mungu zibara
justo ma mungu ziza muke mangbari mangani transport isu mangamperente verele gamani mungu zi. Ile mungu ziza i justo vute? Ile mungu ziza i justo vwe? Iyo zio manga permission na ili vuka diro ferrani mid level.
And azuri bedina mani fikira very giant.
Very giant. Tall. God is good.
Actually, can you let us do my federal?
Le duki di wedding ra afa wedding dira le justo memu tusu chomiti ya mi ani wedding du ben.
Ini tell me madam me di right?
Madase.
That's it.
Madase.
Lakini my justo ma komaza mafanya namba mazimani Mungu kwa.
To now make the right choice.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. How are the phone? Hello, money. Advise me to febal penerangon.
What is advice of
But I go predicate, I go predicate mwazi lele ili na bateki.
Hagi azikobo kwa gupini. Kini mwani amaukura maketa ili alwa kazipe dana bitu kofrati ya kusiru. Ine azo bani.
It's okay ko.
Yo ya man. Nadi yo ya adiro kuko for.
Ama mane ara ateli to mimi ni ara ili mudri ara tama barma ili mudri.
It was in Jera. I was in Jera. Majin kutadanya majita Yesu.
Has been getting a lot of application. She has been people are looking for as if they're looking for a job. People were sending in a lot of their applications. She's like, she met with one. Hey, the man is giant. So you people, you see how our prayers are working. So she's telling us that she's just there because a friend of hers told her that for them as men, the longest period that they can stay without their wife, without is 3 months. But past 3 months they cannot. But for the women, at least, we can maneuver for 3 years. For us, we can manage for 3 years. That was from Gloria. Gloria, thank you for calling. Another caller. Another caller. Hello. Hello. Actually, people, you can keep calling because the studio line is still open for those of you who want to call in to send greetings to your loved ones. Please call. And for those of you who have advice about long distance marriages, how are you managing yours? Or is there any scenario that you might have known something like that happening somewhere? You can still call me. And I would love to hear from you. My people of Kigomba also want confirmation from you. Are those things still happening there, or everything is already swept? I have another caller right here. Hello. Mamuke angoni. Madiri njaribe. Amadile ingazu. Pader. Imimingo ve pader akani pader.
Ama ngombe pader rana.
Afoyo mategdo. Ile mane andrio ngonia.
Bale ale tabani paki jifo.
Izinga badike.
Bale modo dimi se dimi chichi.
Awad fo initema diara.
Aya madina unza kelele hili ni.
Tema runyiko.
Mi rudi ya de.
Asizo. Asizo iwa.
Asizo ya.
Aha.
Ale bali jazi ma do kitande boss kutumbari ya.
Kutumbari ya. Aha.
Azi jene magi ya zeru wata uneda akimu devonali. Azi jene mo kuni atani grace.
Award 4 minangiri simbazase.
Azi jema gwe kafina ruwata uneda arki irdria chichi.
Award 4 amadile award 4 minangiri.
Award 4 balala.
Aya ba koko balala kuba. Aya award 4.
Aya ba kwa la bemoke.
Aya bas. Award 4 Nadia Amadile award 4 minangiri. That is Amadile who called in to send greetings. Thank you so much. We have another call online. Hello. Hello.
Asizo.
Mati.
Asizo Dika Bayoru Patricia Kigumbari.
Bayoru karibu.
Iyo mini nje in long distance marriage. I don't advise someone to stay far away with the partner. Money Mary see. Later at least the distance ka sana ka angiri tutuma at least for 2 months to 3 months. Sorry, ikakia ilia ruvutia mimieri inendo. Temptation are here.
Temptation massive.
I think more especially with the now right now it is common ladies, including men, that you can get even someone who started deceiving that he loves you more than your husband.
Is it true?
Then this person starts giving you money. You know, we ladies we fall in love with money.
Yes.
You end up breaking up with your colleague by the time it will come when you don't have feelings for you. So at least ikakia distance material for imbana you keep checking one another. One day nowadays smartphones are there. You talk in call, you keep your pattern to be busy. That's all that you should not think about someone.
That is true. Thank you so much.
Aya laki mke.
Aya ikwala. Yeah, so that is Bayoru who came back and is advising that at least we cannot spend the whole year minus seeing your partner. She's saying that there are a lot of temptation these days. So she's advising at least 2 to 3 months you should be able to do what? To visit your partner. Because now for us the women, we are so delicate. We are very delicate, and she said that money, the moment money touches our hands like this, we can easily forget. So she's telling us the women to be focused. Let us be focused on our husbands. Let us be intentional. Let us be intentional about our families. First, know the reason as to why you are married. First, know the reason as to why you are a wife. And if you know why you are a wife and why you are married, you will be very intentional about your family. You will want the best for your husband and for your children. You will want the best for everybody. So for that thing, you will always work towards making your family a better place, a better home. Now, Bayoru is telling us, because of now money, we may end up now forgetting our husbands who are staying very far. You begin communicating with this one who is always giving you money, and then you lose love, feelings for the one that married you. You lose the love for your husband, and then when your husband comes back, your husband now comes when even you don't even miss him. You even show attitude as like, why did this man even now come back to stress me? And that is already the beginning of downfall of the marriage. So Bayoro is trying to advise us, in other words, as women, let us be intentional about our homes. Let us not mind. Let us be focused. Because if we are not focused, money will come from here, good things will keep coming, and we will think that the things we are receiving are the best. At the end of the day, we shall find that we have done what? We have lost a lot. The studio line is still open. I want you to call me and I hear from you. Bayoro, thank you so much for your call. Thank you for your advice. We are still here, and this is still the hour for picking your calls. Call me and I want to hear from you. Imiame never TV asad sire program amavuri ngamudile kelele vuri ama njiki this as studio line bo. Ibanga mansimu alangeri mitia you people. Today the laborers are the ones participating. Dano aluru linkeni umitrengo go simu. Amaba madiri maledi alesabongwe kaku endro amebedra lubaratika kisi mwanengba ute. Jo actually uti kenyo jola tim down un po imye go chim pingoni through line wa yabo gona chim amiru wernye kibori emiru wachagi rango ikum enyo mainer ni dako ki la chope gi bedu ka chielo pilo atiche nyom tika ketro romu wachwani ngo studio line bado tumefungua iko wazi. Tupigie simu kwa namba maoko kuangalia kwa screen. Mimi nataka kusikiliza kwako. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm called Karim.
Karim, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Biale.
Biale. How is Biale today? Karim, your name is a nice name. Those nice names, mostly I used to hear of them in movies. Kumbe Karims are there in real life. Thank you. Karim, I'm not getting you. Can you increase your volume, please? Your voice.
My volume,
Yeah, your own voice.
I would like to get some people of mine.
Greet them, please go ahead.
I'm greeting my youth.
Another one.
I'm greeting Agaba Jackson.
Apart from Agaba, who else are you greeting?
I'm greeting my mom.
Lastly,
I'm greeting my sister.
your sister. Thank you so much, Karim. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you for watching as well. Hello. Hello. We are here already for Kelele. Hello. We are here for Kelele West Nile TV. Hello. Okay, the studio line is still open. I want you people to keep calling in because I still have some minutes to be picking your calls. Keep calling me. If you have your loved ones, you can call in and send your greetings. Or else, if you have anything to add on about today's long distance marriage, the studio line is still open and I would love to hear from you. Because now, this long distance marriage here has brought a lot of issues. I have a friend of mine. She has gotten married to another man. The man got married to her actually here. And then after here, the man got transferred to go and work somewhere very far. This woman is always very bitter that, for me now, I'm even losing hope. I even regret you. Now, people now start missing their exes who are very close to them. It's now saying, at least for me, I regret why I did not marry my ex. My ex was a very loving person, but at first I also refused because of the distance. But again, my ex is even staying nearer compared to the distance that my husband is staying. Now this lady is living in regrets because in a year even sometimes she cannot see the husband. Unless she decides now, I'm now tired of waiting, let me go and see this man. She will raise her own transport and go and visit the man. She will go there and stay for 1 or 2 weeks. After that, she comes back home. But she's regretting and wishing that what she had gotten married to her ex-boyfriend. This is a married woman with the children. So things are happening. The studio line is still open. Call me and I want to hear from you. Hello. Sorry, we lost you. Keep calling. Try and call again so that I can get to know from you. Hello.
Mama Kelele.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Ringa nini?
Ari mabere rinya nedi.
Ari ngira.
Afoyo do undo mulinkeni umetu dango goyo simu.
Ati edo.
Afoyo do inyinginga.
Nyinga ti opini zombo man ati mpiji.
Opini izombo tienya nedi tineni.
Ati mpiji kawoni.
Kawoni itie mpiji ento ini ngati ma ai zombo nike. Afoyo do.
Arua tienya nini?
Arua tie maber. Awe winjira?
Waso long distance relationship endu. Program iti kudene program maber.
Afoyo.
Nye sa moku de kai mbe ko de da ku periti bon. Nye ngo kawoni do sene ndu nyoto lembe na mandado.
Lembe manga.
Nye kawoni iti kama bor. Nye ngat mugo shaka be were ni de ni sene ke ni de bom wa da ku peri. So dong. Ande para den dute kumena te mpiji but para che patch kun watem ber kureka kai si e kwane doki patch.
Emite doki kafur nike.
Eti kafur patchu.
Ento kadong daru fure duogu.
Duogu do.
Awia gibedu kungake.
Awia eti kuda wia.
Eti kuda wia.
Awia besom.
Okay. Meni berro.
Ye Kampala kuni bei pasom kite.
Bei pasom tag do school fees do mwelo tin la mal.
Mitake motu awia moku awia paranegi.
Ke modke.
Afosa na miti motu nyeze Van Vika Dixon.
Van Vika. Munge.
Muke ni te mugisa jere.
Iki kuko ngake?
Aji kurumin wora o dunge ngo Joseph.
Afoyo.
Moko ajikane ko umira kasamba David.
Afoyo mateka.
Afo program.
Ber. Afoyo ni msimu endo mutio umira begosi muku piji eni ngaduma kago kodwa zombo kai. Ebe wechu ni lembe mi long distance eno utie lembe manda endo mu nangebedi impiji kunu kudaku pare ento kawoni ni daku pare poru doke pachu pilembe mi fur. So our caller called and is calling us from Impiji and is telling us that issues concerning long distance relationship, these things are facts and they're happening, and for him he stays with his wife where he's working, that is in PG. But currently the wife is at home due to garden work. She has requested to go home and do farm work, and he has allowed her to go, so the children are staying with their mother. That is how they're able to manage theirs, meaning that they stay partially she stays with the husband, and she also comes home to do her duty things, to come and do her farm work, and that is how they are managing. How are you managing your long distance relationship or marriage? The studio line is open and I would love to hear from you. Hello. Yes. I am good. How are you doing? Pardon? Hello.
Hello.
I am not picking you clearly. Your sound is very low.
Okay, let me go for.
Mm.
I'm fine.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you too.
Mm.
And that issue is not for people.
Mm.
At least when the wife is also having money, she will have to go to check the husband in the working place.
Mm.
Now, too, there are some women who are not having work and their husband is not having work.
Mm.
And they should have to have time to go to check on the husband, because as being a husband, you cannot even follow the woman up to her working place.
Mm.
This one cannot happen with some of the women.
Okay.
Now relationship between two people, you have to work in accordance with your family. And then the family will go better.
That is true.
Now, at least when a woman is not working, money will not even work, and government or the council will also offer place for the woman to bring the husband to here. Because workplace can even be able to come across with the women. That's why the separation of women and men are now of this kind. May you allow me to greet my people?
Please greet them. After greeting, you'll have to tell me your name because I didn't hear your name.
I'm called Anton. I'm from Bishop, Bulisa.
Okay, Anthony from Bulisa.
Yeah.
Okay, send your greetings, please.
I would like to send my greetings to Buluku Robert, Itomatali, the same place.
Yes.
Zalakufesto. These
Yes.
are all my hobbies.
Okay, and you greet an OG also.
And lastly, to you.
Hey, thank you. I'm an OG. Old girl. Of which school?
Oliver Secondary.
Oliver Secondary. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Well, that is Anthony. Anthony is scared. Anthony is saying that sometimes you find there are those scenarios whereby the woman is working and the man is not working. And culturally, men don't feel safe. Culturally, it is just not acceptable in the community eye for what the man to follow the woman to her workplace. In our language, they will say Mario. Eh? I don't know how I can say it in other languages, but yeah, that is that. So Anthony is saying that as a woman, maybe if you have a job and you have been taken far away from your husband, maybe your husband hasn't gotten a job yet. As a woman, you should be coming home to where your husband is. You should be traveling frequently to come and check on your husband and your children. And is also suggesting that companies should make a suitable environment for this married woman to also have space in order to bring their husband. Actually, for the husband to visit anytime, because if the husbands are being kept away, the work colleagues, obviously, the work colleagues will just they will take something that belongs to another man. So that is an advice from Anthony, but I have a belief that somebody cannot be stolen when you don't want to be stolen. But if you want to be stolen, you can be stolen. Somebody may be working so hard to maintain you, to keep you, but as long as you have decided that you want somebody to steal you, somebody can still steal you. But if you decide that somebody cannot steal you, obviously you will not be stolen. The studio line is still open. I have time to pick more calls before we can wind out. Studio line is open. Call me and I would love to hear from you. What do you have for me tonight? Unaangalia vitu za upendo Sasa kama watu wameanza kukaa mbalimbali hivyo, vitu mingi sasa anaanza kufanyikana. Unaangalia bibi anaanza kamata uchungu, anasema siku hizi bwana yangu hapana fikiria bwana yangu huyo huko anafanya kazi, hapana fikiria maneno ya kuja kuangalia sisi nyumbani. Anaanza kupata mtu mwingine nje. Alafu unaangalia pia saa nyingine bwana anaenda nje kufanya kazi. Yani sasa bibi hapana pata muda wa kuangalia bwana. Unapata bwana yuko kufanya kazi, fasi mimi anafanya kazi, lifu hakuna. Vitu zingine hizo hakuna. Unapata vitu zingine hizo hakuna. Sasa kila kitu anasumbukana. Kila kitu sasa anasumbukana, unaanza kusikia unaangalia bwana anaelewa bibi nyingine. Yani sasa yeye iko kukaa mbali, alafu bibi iko pia tena nafasi mbali. Kusikilizana sasa hakuna. Huyu sasa anasema wacha mimi nifanye nini nipate sasa bibi nyingine. Wacha nipate bibi nyingine hapa, alafu asaidie mimi afanye vitu zingine. Sasa angalia bibi yako nyumbani yeye anakamata uchungu, anasema bwana yangu siku hizi maneno yake hapana furahisha mimi, siku hizi sasa huyu amepata bibi nyingine tayari. Wanaangalia bibi anaamuka hapa, bibi anaenda kwao. Bibi anaenda kwao. It is not too late for us to handle these issues. It is not too late for us to handle long distance marriages and relationship. The time is now when you still have the energy, when your wife still has the energy to gather enough resources for use in future. Now, if both of you decide and make a decision that you don't want to be separated because of work, you may end up staying and you will not achieve anything at the end of the day. Your colleagues will be achieving, they will be making developmental things. You will end up remaining here because of now this long distance and so forth. We cannot be separated. You end up leaving opportunities that come to you. The man has gotten a promotion somewhere to go, an offer to go and work in another district. Me, I cannot go because of what? Because of my family. Or the wife will say, no, you cannot go. If you decide to go, I am leaving. You find now these things keep coming. At the end of the day, people lose opportunities. People lose chances because of this thing. But long distance marriage is something that can be managed. One has to be intentional. That is one thing that our friend Bayoro told us. You have to be intentional about your family. You should be focused as a woman. Let us be focused. It is the work that has taken us away from our families, but one day, one time, we shall come back together. But for now, because we are looking for survival, we are looking for money in order to sustain our families, let us be focused. There are no better men outside there. They say that the devil you know is better than the angel that you don't know. This one who is giving you money every time here, every time buying for you airtime, every time sending you flowers, every time sending you money for shopping, that one there, please don't forget your husband. Hey? Let me tell you, if a man has decided to take you to his home, just say you are blessed. Because it is not easy for the man to make up his mind that now I want to marry this woman, I want to carry this woman and bring her to my home. But if a man has decided to do that, just be grateful. Be grateful and make sure that you try your best in sustaining your marriage, so that if things fail or things don't work, you will be well. You will not live with guilt for long. You will really know that at least to my own capacity, I've tried my best, but things did not work. So for the women who have gotten job far away from our husbands, let us make sure that we focus. We check on our husbands each and every time. Let us check on the children. When we get opportunities, we get our annual leave. You use the leave to go and spend time with your family, and you come back and resume with work, so that things can be better in the future. For the men who are married, and are working very far, for example, the soldiers, you will not have a chance to stay in a place for a year. After 3 months, you're being transferred. After 5 months, you're being transferred. Not only soldiers, but whatever occupation that you are having right now that is keeping you away from the family. Men, please also be focused. You see, that one who is outside, the woman that is outside will always show you that I am better than that woman who is outside. Will always check on you, will show you more love, will be more attentive, will be more focused on you, will show you things better, 5 or 10 times better than what your wife at home does. But the fact that you have decided to be with her, you have decided to make her your wife, respect the fact that she is your wife. Respect the fact that she's your wife and know how to handle. I've seen people who at least during holidays like this, when the children have come home, at least there are other family members who can look after the children. They send money and they tell their wives, please come and visit me. Since it is now holidays and it is 3 weeks, come and spend 2 weeks with me. And then the 1 week you'll go and organize the children back to school. Those agreements should be there. Make sure you arrange these things once in a while. It is not bad. It is good to spice up what? To spice up your marriage. It is important for your wife to know where you are staying, where you're working, so that she can feel the security. But now your husband will be working very far. You don't even know the house in which he's sleeping. You don't even know how is he staying. You will just hear that he's staying in this place, but you've never reached there. That is not the way to go. So if moving with the family is very hard, make sure that at least you be organizing for what? For your wife to be traveling to wherever you are to go and visit you. And then for the children, you as the man, wherever you are, you can get what? You can get annual leave also, and you come home and spend time with the children. You spend time with your wife. But if your wife is also not working and you have a nuclear family, it is also possible, as you can see, very many people carry their families along with them. If you know they have taken you maybe a government job, you know that their transfer is not easy. They don't transfer you easily. There you can easily go with your children and your wife. Then you settle. Unless your wife wants to remain and says, no, I'm not comfortable staying outside. I prefer to stay at home so that I can see things that are here at home. That is now when you can what? You can allow your wife to stay behind. But if your wife wants to go and stay with you, it is for the good of the family. Allow her to what? Allow her to go. And for those who are already in long distance, but at least can afford to see each other within 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, make sure that communication is always there. Make sure that you always call your partner to check on them. How has been your day? Before you go to sleep, make sure that you send them beautiful messages and so forth. Because if you don't, you will become blue tickers. There are some partners who are no longer staying together due to different factors and so forth. But due to the communication, lack of communication, you find both people on WhatsApp. They are texting different people. They are not even texting each other. The wife is on her phone texting. The husband is on his phone texting. But these people don't text each other. They are texting different people in order to do what? To kill their boredom. But if you are couples and you are always communicating together, you can use this .com. These .com things to what? To communicate, to make your marriage life easier. It is also important for you to spice up your marriage. You know, these days sending gift is even something very easy. Jumia are there. I'm not advertising for Jumia, but I'm just using an example. There are certain things, products that your wife may love, and you can even order for them from Jumia. These things are being delivered to where your wife is. Your wife just goes and picks. At least your wife will know, wherever my husband is, kumbe he still thinks of me. He has bought for me a gift. You know your husband's birthday is soon coming. You also order something for you. Even where your husband is working, he does not get time to make paste. Your husband may be loving OD. Paste. You make them for your husband. There are certain food type that your husband loves so much. You prepare those things for them. You prepare those things for him. Those things that cannot go bad. And then you send via the bus. Your husband goes and picks. Those are a way to show them that I can still take care of you whether you're far or whether you're near. And that thing can make your husband committed. Even if there was some temptation that was coming to take your place, he will always remember, my wife is my number one. My wife is the best. Is there any woman who can do for me the way my wife is doing? So it is also important to include into those gestures as well. I still have some minutes to pick your calls. The studio line is still open. I want you people to call me and send in your greetings. It is time for greetings, and I would love to pick some few calls before we can sign out. Yes, call me. The studio line is still open. Well, call and send in greetings to your loved ones. So, as we keep waiting for at least a call or two, I have talked of these long distance marriages. Let us not leave opportunities that we have at hand because of it. Let us just know how best we can handle, these long distance relationships and long distance marriages. The most important thing is communication. As we are always far, we make sure that we communicate to one another. But if we forget to communicate with one another, that is how the heart now becomes founder, and you feel normal. You feel you're not missing your partner. You just live a normal life. There are women even who don't communicate with their husbands for 2 to 3 years. It ever happened that there was a man in some village. This man left the wife, the first wife here with the children, and went to hustle in Kampala. So when he went to Kampala, you know, because of this long distance, no communication, no phone, no what, this man ended up getting married to another woman that side, and he had children with them in Kampala. So now time came when this man was terribly sick. This man refused to come home. And the only reason as to why he refused to come home is the shame was there. All along, I left my children, and I've not been helping them and my wife. Now I am in a bad condition, I am sick. How am I going to start staying in my own home? How are these people going to take care of me? Now that is the dilemma that this man was in. He needed special attention, but he refused to come home. Do you know that where he was working at the stage, the Boda Boda people contributed the money by themselves, forced him into the bus. He was not even willing to get into the bus because of the shame. They had to put him in the bus. They had to communicate to the family members. This man is now very sick. We have tried everything possible for him here. It is not working. We have sent him home. That is now when his own people from the village went and picked him from the park. After park, they brought him home. Out of home, coming to home, even staying was unbearable. Due to the guilt that I left, I could not help my children, I could not help my wife, the guilt alone. Even the man did not stay for long. The man stayed for something just like 3 days, and we lost him. Actually, he wanted to die in a foreign land. So the advice is here: whenever you go outside to go and hustle, make sure that communication is key. Continue communicating with your children, communicate with your wife. Make sure that they know whatever thing that is happening in your life. And I want to thank you all for watching West Nile TV. I want to thank you so much for watching our program Kelele. And I will be with you here tomorrow. That is from 8. And I will be with this same program Kelele at West Nile TV. I am signing out.